Hello and welcome, Margaret here, and thanks for joining me to do some tapping on loneliness, which is so prevalent now. Several countries have appointed government ministers for loneliness and isolation. And when it's often talked about in the context of the effects of technology, I felt acutely lonely decades ago. So it's certainly not a new thing. And you can feel lonely when you're surrounded by people. Research has discovered that emotional disconnection activates the dorsal anterior cingulate cortex. Did I get that right? Which is the same region in the brain that's implicated in the experience of physical pain. And so today, we'll do some tapping together to help ease some of the emotions that you're feeling, which can be absolutely visceral. And perhaps we can let go of some of the beliefs that you're holding that don't help much. Of course, there are healthy forms of solitude, self-understanding and awareness. Many people are comfortable or even crave solitude. I really like being alone in nature without anyone else to disturb anything. And I'm an introvert, so I need time on my own to re-energize. So you might be like me and your loneliness is selective, or it might be more encompassing, perhaps being driven by feelings of not fitting in, not being wanted, or not being important, or there being no way out of whatever is causing these feelings. So let's take some time to get acquainted with how we're feeling, see if we can reduce the intensity of those feelings and create some space for connection and hope. So I invite you to begin to have a sense of where you feel loneliness in your body. And how intense does it feel? You can make that specific by giving it a number of 1 to 10, where 10 is really intense. If it feels really intense, just make sure you keep breathing and tap around, or you can tap or rub on the gamut point here, and know that all is well, even if there is this intense feeling, is just emotion moving through. But if you do feel really triggered in a way that you can't cope, please do stop the video and get some help. So we're just going to start tapping around, and so you can follow me, or you can do your own form of tapping, just as you like. And see if you can describe the feeling. Is it perhaps tight or heavy, tingling, burning? What are the sensations? And as you feel into that, do keep tapping. You're not trying to override anything or even make it go away. Just let it be as you tap. Does it feel really familiar? Just exploring here. How uncomfortable is it? Do you have some sense or knowledge of where it came from? Or what has generated it? An experience, a belief, a belief about yourself or other people or the world in general. You're just looking to understand where it arose from. And take a moment, check your breathing. Are you holding your breath? Sometimes I find I have to remind people to breathe, because that helps the emotion to move through. When we hold our breath, stop breathing for a few moments, or our breath is really shallow, we jam those emotions, they get stuck there. We're trying to stop ourselves feeling, and we might do that in the moment, but it doesn't work to free ourselves of those emotions. Be open to whatever the answer is, and whatever way it comes to you. You might notice as you keep tapping, some of the loneliness sensation might be a bit less. But if it feels bottomless, as it can do, know that there is a bottom of it. And affirm that you can find your way through the layers in order to heal. Or you might notice other emotions surfacing, and just allow them to move through. Notice what they are: the anger, sadness, and release any judgment of it all. We can be very resistant to these feelings and heap criticism on ourselves, which of course really doesn't help, especially as our nervous systems are already in a state of threat. What does your inner critic say about feeling lonely or isolated? And what could you say instead? In the spirit of unconditional compassion, perhaps. Maybe, I honor how I feel. I choose to be kind to myself. I'm open to feeling more connected. I choose to understand myself, regardless of whether other people do. I allow myself to release this ache in my heart. I release all resistance to what I'm feeling. I'm worthy of love and connection. I can feel more connected, one moment at a time. I can create new connections. Love and friendship are possible for me. I choose hope over isolation. I choose to know that I am enough, even when I feel alone. And at all times, I bring care to my suffering. Take some lovely, long, slow, deep breaths. I might like to stretch out a bit. Notice what you notice. Do you feel a bit lighter, a bit more at ease, a bit more in your body? And you might want to see what landed for you the most. Did something in particular cause a shift? Did something I say particularly resonate? And of course, you can continue to do more tapping on that. Please let me know how you went in the comments below, and hopefully I'll see you in another video.